South Africa. Let's talk about the coordinated attacks on Operation Dudula. The EFF lied about opening a case. Newsroom Afrika ran that lies as if it was true. DW News played the same game internationally. And in Mamelodi, the city of Tshwane, the residents chased the EFF out of their community. Now, with this Volkstrust drug bust, at Madlanga Commission, the police commissioner of KZN, Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, is warning about media collusion. And now this Alexandra Clinic's hoax exposed. The picture is undeniable. The EFF told Newsroom Afrika they had opened a case against Dudula.
EFF Gauteng spokesperson Dumisani Baleni is joining us in studio tonight. Mr. Baleni, good evening to you. Thank you very much for your time. You've decided to intervene here as the EFF, and you have now opened a criminal case against Operation Dudula. Give us the essence of that case. What are the charges? What is it exactly that you are alleging before courts?
Well, so the first greetings, Butloli, and to the viewers. So the crux of the case is that on the...
But there was no such a case. Nothing.
South Africans, this is Zandile from Operation Dudula. I'm here at Alexandra Police Station today. Now this comes after EFF members have been claiming that they have opened a case of murder against myself and Operation Dudula. Now that is not true. We confirmed today that there has been no case opened against myself because there is no case. Only the state can open a case of murder, and it cannot be the members of EFF. But you know, the truth is revealing itself, and we're about to tell you what's going to happen next after this, because a lot has been said about me. I have been labeled as a murderer, and it cannot just, end like that. So we'll give more information, but as for now, just know that there is no case of murder opened against myself. It has been confirmed today. And today is the 27th of September 2025, and the time is 6:45. Thank you so much.
As you have heard, Zandile confirmed this, and she's also going to put in a case, a defamation case against the EFF. And still, the Newsroom Afrika broadcasted as if it was a fact. It was a factual information. Why are they broadcasting unverified claim? Why are they doing that? We need to ask this, because Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi made very clear that some media organizations are colluding with drug syndicates. When we go to a clinic situation in South Africa, it's not so much about the access, it's about the API, active pharmaceutical ingredients. Mainly here, we're looking at pseudoephedrine and codeine. It's alleged some foreign nationals, illegals who no documents, will go to different clinics looking for these medications. So these are serious allegations, and they haven't addressed these allegations. So they're busy attacking Dudula, who have done nothing, and said, hey, if you come to this area, we need you to bring your identification. So that is not a crime to do that. And when you consider the allegations of drug misuse, of drug seeking behavior, and or collusions of some politicians with these drug syndicates, and these were substantiated by police commissioner anyway. And almost on cue card, they used the international media organization DW News to run the same story, and they ran this segment and then they framed Dudula as dangerous. Dudula is not dangerous. Dudula is protecting communities that are neglected by their own politicians that they've elected. That's what Dudula is doing. Because locals lies. With the local news, the Newsroom Afrika lies. And this very story wasn't played on SABC, which is South African national broadcaster. It wasn't played there. And I was comparing to see if South African broadcaster would play the story, because I think they realized the story was not substantiated. They didn't play it. And now you had international headlines with the same lie being played. That's not a coincidence, actually. That looks like a coordinated attack on Dudula. The extent they're attacking Dudula, it's like, what Masimula said, it's the first time I've seen a police commissioner so upset when the police have done a good job and arrested the drug syndicates. Yeah, they'll be having like, oh my God, suspicion. They're even making this allegation that were made at Malanga Commission about some media organization colluding with drug syndicates and drug cartels. They're making this a highly plausible, highly suspect. It's no, should actually do an audit on them, see where they're getting the money, who's paying them.
It's actually protection of our citizens' rights. We are all Africans. We love our brothers and sisters, but we just don't appreciate how they conduct themselves in this country. You look at the crime that's escalating, the drug peddling, human trafficking. It's bad. So someone needs to stand up and save our country for at least the next generation. So yes, we are protecting rather than prosecuting.
I am not surprised at all by this coordination. This is not a coincidence. In relation to what Dudula is doing. Dudula must continue. Uh, it looks like people are afraid that they're gonna be broke soon. Yeah, it begs the question: who benefits really? Seriously, who benefits? Citizens or the drug cartels? Remember the story of the Malawian woman in Alexandra, claiming she was denied access to a clinic by people in wearing that she claimed they were Dudula member, but later has found out that was false. Actually, let me remind you of that story. And she claimed that her child died as a result of lack of access to that clinic. And I'm going to play that footage of that interview. So you guys remind you of the story we're talking about.
I take the baby on 31 July to Matsekana Clinic on Alexander. I find the two people outside for the gate who was wearing a green t-shirt. After that, they asked me about ID. I said, I don't have ID. They said, go to private clinic. Mahara Clinic is for South African, is not for foreigners. After that, I go to 8 Even Clinic. The health worker chased me away. They don't help the foreigners. After I take the baby on Johannesburg Clinic. After they don't help me also, I take the baby on private clinic. They're also on Johannesburg. They help me. The same day on 1 August, the baby died after they helped me on private clinic.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned that in one of the clinics, you were actually chased away by someone that works in the clinic. Which clinic was that?
8 Even Clinic. Is the health worker chased me away. After I give him the card for the baby, they asked me that, are you from Zim or South African? I said, I'm from Malawi. He said they can't help foreigners. Is that what it was happening?
And what was wrong with your child at that particular moment? when you decided to rush her to the nearest clinic?
It was the learning stomach and vomiting.
So when they ran the story, I knew that they were lying because Dudula members don't wear green t-shirts. Those are patriotic alliance. You notice that they don't go after patriotic alliance. Patriotic alliance, the PA, they have seats in parliament. The leader is Gayton Mackenzie. They're not going after Gayton Mackenzie. They're targeting Dudula. All right, green t-shirts is patriotic alliance or March on March. They're not Dudula members. They wear white t-shirts. If I were to actually out of the bed without anything as what was described, I would have said, oh no, that's no way they'll be Dudula members. But the story, turns out the story is the hoax, people. Hoax, 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 hoax. Yep, hoax. Now, the investigation shows that she never visited the clinic. Why? Because their CCTV footage confirms it, that there was no such a person that came to the clinic with a child on that day. On that day. So there is no evidence that a child ever existed in that or came to that clinic near that gate of that clinic at all. So a complete fabrication designed to smear South Africans, designed to smear Operation Dudula. So Dudula is going to put in all the, they're going to go sue these media outlets for allegations that they've made about this, because it was easy to substantiate this video to think, not to mention Dudula, because the person just said green t-shirts. Okay, green t-shirts, not Dudula. So, I mean, you need to confirm with the clinic first and get information before you publish the story. At least before you publish the story, find information whether the person like her came to the clinic. It turns out she never attended the clinic. All right. So now they need to investigate how her child died. Okay. Yeah, it needs to be investigated how her child died. Definitely, we need to find out how this child died. But we now know that she never visited that clinic. But she's okay, I'm gonna blame Dudula because Dudula's on the news, and then the media ran the story without even double checking. Gosh. And yet, Dudula's message is simple. Put South Africans first in everything, including jobs, in access to the facility and services. Every country does it. But in South Africa, when South Africans demand it, they get demonized, which is really shocking to me. Huh? And you expect these people to go and vote for you next time? No way. So in Mamelodi, residents sent the EFF packing. The MEC of Tane went to Mamelodi. They told that MEC straight, we don't want to hear. Why? Because the EFF defends illegal immigrants, they defend foreign nationals, even when the communities are raising real concerns about medication trafficking. That's not hate, that's survival.
molao wa rena ha o re emelle molao wa rena ha o re emelle government ya rena ha e re emelle le lena a le re emelle. So no, sorry, now we are suffering in South Africa because of especially EFF. I don't want only EFF. I'm the MSC. Yeah. I cannot have a EFF. I don't suffer government. Government are not government.
Re nyaka di-party tse tsotlhe mo pilateng. A di tle mo di-party tse tsotlhe mo. A tsamaya mo ditleliniki tse tsotlhe.
Batho ba ba tsa di-medication batho ba rena ba jikisiwa ka wa nkutlwa ba ba jikisi no ka botsa
Yeah, batho ba rena ke sona everyday a ba kry maintenance ka mo di-services tsa rena everyday batho ba khatiwa and we are more ona no ba ba khata still mara maforena ha teng ke batho ba rena fela tsena ka mohare ka mo tleliniking. Yeah, maforena freedom ya maforena is too much. A romena matsoho rena re nyaka government mo fatshe yotlhe. Yeah, nna ke a o botsa ne le maloba ke mone kwa rena bjano mo Mamelodi re tlo e lwantshe re ka se stop batho ba rena ba jika ka mo ditleliniki everyday ga o na le di-foreigners is worse ba tlhoka ditlhare. Yeah, ba tlhoka ditlhare a re o fa batho ba rena ditlhare tsa batho ba rena ka mo tleliniking never opela o bitse balwetse ba batswa ka moare ka ba tlo lwela ditokelo tsa bona a re o utlwa ka EFF ebile EFF a re o utlwa ka yona never. Re government rena self on the ground, we are the government. Le Ramaphosa o beile ke rena ko ditulong. Yeah, and re tlo mmotsa se re sa se nyakeng. Yeah, re tlo mmotsa. Yeah, yeah, a bana taba le sela ba lokise selo le service delivery a teng ba ntse ko ba ntseng ko teng batho ba rena they are suffering here batho ba rena ba sokola mo. Yeah, batho ba rena ba jika everyday ka mo tleliniking ha ona service. Yeah, e re tlo emela re nyako itse ka EFF rena a shiba botse di-patient tse di jikileng maloba nyaka di-number ka mohare a ke re ra ba bona fruit tsena ka mohare ra itse gore everybody o na le right ya a kry-e di-services mara country ya rena is a banana country. Yeah, a o loke selo
But when we deal with the laws of this country,
le rena molao wa rena wa re dumella man di-right ke tsa rena mo South Africa mo. Yeah, di-right ke tsa rena mo South Africa. Yeah, le mmotse le Ramaphosa gore ra monyaka Ramaphosa is corrupt. Yeah, country ya rena is a banana country, we are not going to take it. Never. Batho ba rena ba jika everyday mo tleliniking ga o tla maforena gona o iragala eng never. Mabaka stene mo o tlo tsena ma South Africa fela re re bjao ba kana ba tla ba re tshwara re tlo e lwela this one we are going to fight for it. Yeah, a ba yo mmitsa Ramaphosa ba botlhe le di-MMC tse tsotlhe di tle mo a ba tle mo. Yeah, rena re kgopela o ba bitsa ba botlhe le bona mo a ba tle mo a ona di-services ka mo tleliniking ka mo batho ba jika everyday dipilisi di a rekisiwa mama ra di bona everyday ra di bona. Yeah, nna ebile ke nyako addressega o tla jika for 3 days o jikisiwa ke a tleliniking maforena a nghena teka tipilisi ya tishavisi nonsense.
so let's have a conversation that is civilized.
A re rena molao ebile a ronya ko le utlwa pila.
So I want to respond to you as the MMC of health, and you are going to respond to me.
Re tshwanetse ka re ntho ile a rana re batla.
And in Mpumalanga, Volkstrust, police uncovered a syndicate. And this syndicate, it's alleged 2 Nigerians who ran, they're fugitives wanted, and about 4 Mexican nationals who entered South Africa illegally, and their passport were only stamped in Malawi. Okay, they don't know how they got there, but they were in South Africa. They were found in a farm in Mpumalanga Volkstrust town, a small town, and a South African farm worker, all found with crystal meth, a drug lab by a laboratory making crystal meth. The community, even there, they said the same thing as Mamelodi. Stop the drugs, stop the trafficking, protect our youth, protect our medicines. All right. So the labs are poisoning communities and fueling addictions nationwide. Crystal meth destroy families, they destroy communities and destroy the nation. Now, and the police commissioner, of course, Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, has warned that some media houses are colluding with drug cartels and syndicates. If that is true, then the same outlets smearing Dudula are actively protecting the criminal syndicates, the drug cartels.
Have you gone so far? The main question at the present moment, have you managed to establish as to who is the owner of this farm and some of the key players in as far as this operation is concerned?
Thanks, Mweli, for having us here, and greetings to your viewers at home. Currently, our investigation team are still on the ground trying to establish who might be the owner of the farm, as well as people who are behind this operation or illegal operation in this farm. Ever since members who are doing Operation Shanyala 2 discovered this place, members of the Hawks in Mpumalanga serious organized crime investigation were brought in to carry on with the investigation. We have established or ascertained some of the things that might lead us to the people behind the whole ordeal. Actually, we have even managed to go to the nearby areas like the township and town and try to speak to a number of people, of which we have realized that this drug issue is problematic within this area. As a result, we are hoping that we are going to have a breakthrough in this case. Secondly, I can say we cannot just expect some positive results as for now, because it's too early and our investigators have to gather enough evidence so that it can result in prosecution. If ever we can just jump and arrest other people for now, we might be destroying our case.
If you can just remind us as to how did you manage to crack this case or make a breakthrough, because also this is not the first time you are actually making a breakthrough in terms of a discovery of an illegal lab used to produce drugs here in Mpumalanga.
We are keeping healthy relationship with the committee members out there. For this one, our members, the Operation Shanyala 2 members received a tip-off, and on when they received the tip-off, they managed to speedily reacted to that information. That's where they've got these 6 suspects who were arrested here, of which is 1 South African, a 61-year-old male, and 5 Mexicans, aged between 28 and 41. So with the good relationship with the community members, it assists us a lot. And after they realized that this is a massive drug pest, there is then involved the Directorate of Property Crime Investigation to carry on with the investigation.
So, connect the dots. The EFF lies, Newsroom Afrika broadcasted this hoax story from Alexandra. DW amplifies it. Alexandra Clinic story was a hoax. In Volkstrust, Mpumalanga, syndicates and lab busts are exposed, all involving foreign nationals, and Mkhwanazi says media may be colluding with them. Meanwhile, ordinary South Africans from Alexandra to Mamelodi to Volkstrust in Mpumalanga are saying the same thing. Stop the lies, stop the drugs, put citizen first. And that's why Dudula is under attack. Not because it's wrong, but because it speaks the truth that threatens powerful interests. Those powerful interests destroying community, destroying families. Thank you guys for listening. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Until next